Hiya Jordan, good session of the day, hope you found it helpful. Just going to run through a couple of things that we discussed from the session. Mainly really in terms of sort of your hip movement and rotation you have during the swing. If we look on the right hand side, I've drawn these two green lines. I just sort of show kind of where your lead leg ended up now. Takeaway was okay. There's a little bit of sway in there, but we're certainly getting a much better rotation now than we were from before. As we start moving down the goal ball now, we get to about this point, we're going to try and continue to move a little bit more, but what you tend to focus on is more of the kind of hip twisting. That left leg kind of stalls. The right foot now isn't really sort of shifting over, it's more kind of pivoting back, and you see your trail heel actually going in this direction. So if you watch the movement now, you see your right heel kind of spinning out there. What we generally want to see is the right foot moving in this way as the left hip and the left leg are shifting this way to get more on that kind of lead line. So when you finish at the top of the backswing here now, we're not kind of leaning back too far with that left leg. If we look at this one on the left hand side, again, work on this sort of bump, move to the left hand side, moving in onto that left foot. So when we get to about here now, what we'd expect to see is that right foot kind of rolling in a little bit more and not so much movement of the right heel going in this direction in time. So if that knee and everything shift in the right direction, we'll be up on the toe more freely, and you can see it now moving into that left side, so everything goes up against kind of that wall kind of feeling right the way through. Then obviously when putting the ball in the way, we want to just step up and hit it, and I would try and focus on that movement as much as we can. You can see that the right heel now going more up in the swing as you shift over to that left side, and really the hip rotation is more to do with kind of like knees flexing and straight. We don't want to sort of try and pivot or spin the hips too much. As we said, it's more of a question of rotate on the way back, and then we shift on the way down with the knees kind of moving and flexing back and forth, which kind of creates the movement in the swing we're looking for. So then when you've done those practice swings, do them a couple of times before each shot if we can do. So when you actually step to the golf ball now, there's no real thought in terms of movement. Just okay, there's the golf ball, I'm going to swing and hit. And that right foot, we can see sort of moving a little bit more like the practice swing, the right heel moving back out and away rather than kind of rolling in. And this is more of a sign of your hips pivoting and spinning rather than shifting as much. Certainly a better movement than it was to start the lesson, but you need to work on that movement there. So I hope that makes sense. Any problems, obviously give me a shout. If you need me to sort of showcase that footwork, I can send a video over to you just sort of documenting how that should look. Hopefully with a bit of practice, that'll start becoming a little more kind of second nature to you. So any problems, like I say, give me a shout and I'll catch you soon. Cheers, mate.